What is up, everybody? It's Animac here for AnimeUproar, and today I will be discussing the unbelievable and frankly inconceivable tragic twist that just took place in Black Clover. A major, and I mean major character in the Black Clover story is seemingly dead. I am honestly shocked and I am still kind of in denial, but the final pages of chapter 238 were clear in what they wanted to convey: the certain death of a major Black Clover character. At least that's what Yuki Tabata wants us to believe at this point in time. But is everything really the way it seems, or is Tabata trying to psych us out? He has definitely done it before with another important character, so let's dive into it and see what we can make of this truly shocking turn of events. If you enjoy the Black Clover content right here on the channel, please leave a like to let me know. And if you happen to be new to AnimeUproar, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. In case you don't know, we are now making all of our videos available in audio format as podcasts. If that's something you'd be interested in, you can check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Just search AnimeUproar Audio or click the links in the description. Finally, this video will contain Black Clover manga spoilers, and I mean major manga spoilers, so please proceed with caution. You have been warned. As you may know, I did not make a special video on the previous chapter, chapter 237, because I didn't think that it gave me enough material for an entire video. However, chapter 238 changed that in a really big way, so now I definitely have a lot to talk about, and some of it, honestly, I don't even know how to talk about. It just seems too insane and tragic, but I'm gonna have to try anyway. Back in chapter 237, we saw Yuno sweeping in to save several of his Golden Dawn comrades, including Klaus and L'Etoile, from a Spade Kingdom warrior who uses mist magic combined of course with demon magic. Even though the other Golden Dawn members that were there didn't seem to stand a chance against the mist magic user, Yuno was able to use his wind magic to blow away the mist. And then, together with Klaus and L'Etoile, Yuno succeeds in defeating the mist magic user, and it is clear that all three of them have gotten much stronger after the time skip. And it's clear that their teamwork skills have also improved dramatically. However, at the very end of chapter 237, Yuno, Klaus, and L'Etoile come face to face with Zenon, whose incredible bone magic has taken over the entire battlefield and who appears to have an injured William Vengeance at his mercy. All of this sets up an epic showdown between Zenon and the remaining Golden Dawn members, including Yuno, but I don't think that any of us were expecting what happened next. Klaus and L'Etoile are stunned by the condition of their captain, William Vengeance, and Yuno seems to recognize right away that Zenon is the leader of this attack and a member of the Dark Triad. The same trio who killed his parents and took the Spade Kingdom throne by force. Zenon notes that the other two Spade Kingdom warriors, whose names were apparently Gaderwa and Poyal, were defeated, and he says that it is because they are at 40%. He also says that it looks like there is no point in bringing warriors here if they can't go up to 50%. I assume that this percentage refers to how much of a demon's power the warrior is able to access. And so the higher the percentage, the stronger the warrior's power must be. Sylph warns Yuno to use Spirit Dive right away because she can immediately tell just how truly dangerous Zenon is. And so, Spirit Dive Yuno and the newly powered up Klaus and L'Etoile try to take on Zenon together, but he is just too strong. There are no gaps in his bone magic for them to attack through, and soon after the battle begins, they realize that the gap in power between them and Zenon is just too damn wide. Zenon is too strong. At full power, Yuno succeeds in cutting through some of the bones with his sword, but he soon realizes that his comrades Klaus and L'Etoile were not capable of doing the same. Yuno sees that both of them are impaled on Zenon's bone magic with multiple entrance and exit wounds, some of which look like they might have punctured vital organs. For all intents and purposes, Klaus and L'Etoile appear to be dead. That was my first WTF moment in this chapter, but trust me, it was not the last. Also, this is serious and sad, guys, so I don't want to hear anyone making jokes down in the comments about Klaus and L'Etoile getting boned by Zenon, okay? Moving on. Yuno is heartbroken and furious after seeing what happened to his comrades. Captain William, Klaus, L'Etoile, and all of his other Golden Dawn friends have been either killed or seriously injured by Zenon and his forces. What's more, as the new vice captain, Yuno feels responsible for the safety of his comrades, so this is truly a disaster for him. Yuno can't take it anymore and he rushes right at Zenon, his sword clashing with Zenon's incredibly powerful bone magic. But it turns out that not even the spirit of Zephyr's sword can cut through Zenon's bone magic, because Zenon is able to regenerate his bone magic faster than Yuno can cut it. And in case you're wondering, yes, throughout this fight I kept thinking back to Unlimited Blade Works and Archer saying, "I am the bone of my sword." Anyway, Zenon acknowledges that Yuno's power is 0 tier, the most powerful tier possible, so he decides to give Yuno a glimpse of his true demon power. He raises the percentage of the demon's power that he is accessing to 55%, and with that, Zenon undergoes a physical transformation. He grows 2 long horns on his head, one black and one white, and he tells Yuno that it isn't that he is weak or anything, but Zenon is just that strong. And he is doing all of this for the glory of the Spade Kingdom. The chapter then jumps to Ralph, the man who had revealed the truth about Yuno's royal origins. Ralph arrives to find the Golden Dawn headquarters in ruins. And what's more, on top of the ruins he finds Yuno's body pierced with what looks like a sword, although it could be potentially one of Zenon's bones. Yuno is lying motionless on the ground, his eyes open but blank and blood dripping from his mouth as Sylph kneels on his chest crying. Wow, just freaking wow. If it wasn't bad enough that William, L'Etoile, and Klaus all looked either dead or on the brink of death, but now the end of the chapter is leading us to believe that Yuno himself might actually be dead. If that were the case, if Yuno really did just die, that would completely change the Black Clover story into something totally different and far more mature. The emotional and psychological impact that something like Yuno's death would have on Asta is unfathomable. And we know that if he ever did really lose his rival and childhood best friend so suddenly, Asta would never be the same again. We know that Black Clover was definitely inspired by Berserk, and the death of Yuno and the entire Golden Dawn squad would absolutely bring this series closer to Berserk than it has ever been. However, having said that, I doubt that Yuno is really dead, as much as Tabata wants us to believe that he might be. Aside from the fact that Yuno is such a major character and such an important influence on Asta, we also just finally got Yuno's true backstory, and so much time was put into the development of Yuno's character. So I really can't see him just dying now out of nowhere. Finally, let's face it, Tabata has definitely psyched us out in the past about the deaths of major characters. We all know what happened with Julius, and Julius was a far less important character to the overall story than Yuno. I could definitely see Klaus, William, and other members of the Golden Dawn squad potentially dying for real, but Yuno? I don't think that's possible. Considering that we have resurrection magic, forbidden magic, necromancy magic, time magic, and all of these other methods that could potentially be used to revive Yuno even if he did really die. I just don't see Yuno staying dead. After all, the soul of Licht's son is still inside of Yuno. So perhaps this important fact will play into Yuno's ability to actually survive this brutal defeat at the hands of Zenon. Please let me know what you guys think. Is it possible that Yuno might really be dead? And if he is, what will happen next in the story? Or do you believe that he will survive, but maybe with some serious injuries? Or will he be resurrected after really dying? Please give me your thoughts down in the comments below. This turn of events was just too crazy for me to handle on my own. I need some digital comforting and therapy down in the comments. By the way, Aside from all the craziness with Yuno and the other members of the Golden Dawn squad apparently dying, how about Zenon? How freaking strong is this guy, and what has this brief battle revealed about the true nature of his demonic power? Apparently, the Spade Kingdom warriors who are able to use demonic power can only access a certain percentage of the demon's power. So the 2 Spade Kingdom soldiers that Yuno managed to defeat were only able to access 40%. But Zenon is able to access at least 55%, if not more. And this puts him at a level that even post-time skip Yuno cannot even get close to. If Zenon can access more than 55%, then we can only imagine how strong he is at full power. But here's what I'm wondering. Is every single Spade Kingdom warrior who can access demonic power accessing the power of a separate demon? Kind of like Asta has a specific demon inside his grimoire on whose power he is able to draw? Or are all of these warriors getting their power from a single demon, and that demon is Megicula? If we're talking about a single demon, then I would assume that Megicula's special ability is being able to suck up the mana of the Spade population and then redistribute it to those members of the Spade Kingdom that he trusts the most. Just like Asta's demon has anti-magic and the Kotodaman demon has word magic, Megicula must have the ability to absorb the magic of others and also give some of his own power to multiple individuals of his choosing. But it is also possible that Megicula is not the only demon present inside the Spade Kingdom. It is possible that there are multiple demons inside the kingdom and Megicula is just one of them. Perhaps he's the leader, or perhaps he's just a random demon, one of many. If that were the case, then every one of these Spade warriors who use demon magic might have a unique demon at their disposal. So basically, Spade could be a kingdom with dozens of Asta level mages at their disposal, which would be an absolute disaster for the Clover and Heart kingdoms. We will have to wait and see, but the way that Zenon was able to absolutely wreck the Golden Dawn squad, including the newly powered up Yuno after the time skip, is absolutely terrifying. If Zenon can get even stronger, or if some of the other Spade Kingdom warriors are even close to his level, we may see many more tragic deaths of characters that we love and respect before this massive war arc is over. I am so conflicted about this chapter, because on the one hand I loved learning more about Zenon's demon power and I loved seeing his magic in action, but on the other hand I hated seeing Klaus, L'Etoile, and even Yuno getting brutally beaten and perhaps even killed by Zenon. Let me know how strong you think that Zenon might be at his full power, and does anyone stand a chance of defeating this guy? Are there multiple demons within the Spade Kingdom, or is it just Megicula? Please let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more Black Clover content right here on the channel, please leave a like, it definitely helps. And if you happen to be new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. You can now listen to our videos in podcast format. Just click the link in the description or look for AnimeUproar Audio on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. I want to give a big thank you to all of our AnimeUproar patrons who support our content and make these videos possible. First up, let me thank our The One tier patrons, the ones who rise above all other clans, including Ingrata, Alolanada, Makotakun, The World, Steelers, The School Bus, and Tyson Quirino. I also can't forget our awesome Pro Hero tier patrons, including the one and only Gilgamesh, Nothing But a Fan, Jason Wilson, King Zeldris, $50 Beat, Alpha Dio, Anatoly Kazatsky, Angel Cruz, Team Sparky 65, Cricket XP, Rohan Kapoor, Jessica Maloney, Emperor Otaku, Timothy E. Vargas, Jean d'Arc, and Joe Stanton. If you enjoy our videos and you feel that they provide value for you, consider supporting us on Patreon. Even a single dollar will give you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, and your name will appear in our videos along with these legendary people. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.